This is my heart. I'm just telling you. I just asked y'all if y'all want to have a real conversation or just something superficial. 2 or 3 and we get out of here. I'm trying to give you guys me. Okay, personal life aside, you can compartmentalize that. But in the ring, it's a bad man. It's a bad man. I call Floyd my legend. Because that's the individual in my era that I grew up watching, that I grew up idolizing, that I stole things from. My jab to the stomach comes from Floyd. When I fought Carl Froch, and I knew that it was going to be a boisterous UK crowd in Atlantic City, I watched the Ricky Hatton fight 100 times. How did Floyd deal with this kind of pressure? How did he deal with this? I talked to Floyd recently. I'm not going to tell you guys what we talked about, but Floyd is available, and he's open to talk to the young guys that are in the sport. Personal life aside, everybody has varying and different opinions on that, but I'm talking about in the ring, we don't even respect this guy. He is a legend. We say things like he runs and he's not exciting and he's this and that. Floyd Mayweather has fought everybody who wanted him to fight. Everybody. Floyd has been cut in fights. Floyd has been wobbled and hurt badly in fights. Floyd has had injuries in the ring and battled back. But that's not respected. And people don't want to admit it, but we're going to miss him. This is a tremendous fight this weekend. 2 great warriors and two great champions, but somehow, some way, Floyd's name keeps coming up. We're going to miss him. And it's sad. This is I'm not coming down on you guys. Man, if the shoe fits, wear it. But I'm just saying in general, it's sad, man, and it hurts me that this guy, like I know what it feels like to get buzzed and sparring. I know, no disrespect, but a lot of media is not there for that stuff. Nobody's behind the scenes, and to your credit, you guys are privy to that stuff, and I gotta make a tough decision about my knee. I know what they're going, right? Oh, here he goes again. But I'm on the phone with my wife, like, man, what should we do? Like, man, I can get in there at like the 75% and go get this check and try to please everybody. Been in camp 6 weeks, spending money on 4 sparring partners, a cook, massage therapist, acupuncture, all this stuff. Do I just waste that? We got to make a tough decision. So people aren't around for that stuff. So I have backed up a lot from the personal side of boxing, and I cover it when I'm fortunate enough to broadcast, and obviously when I have a fight coming up. But it's not a good look for our sport. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let y'all continue to ask questions. I'm a casual UFC fan, but when I tune into UFC fights, you never hear them bashing their fighters. Like I can have 5 losses, and they'll say something like, "His stand-up game isn't that good, but watch this guy on the ground." So as a casual, I'm like, man, okay, let me stay into it. But if you tune into a fight, you're like, oh, this guy's horrible. Why would I'm not gonna stay around and watch it. If you guys don't even like it, I'm not gonna. So, back to your question about me, some of that stuff is personal. Some of that stuff is personal. Because when you ask them, and I've had good conversations with guys one-on-one and say, man, what's the problem? They can't answer me. I've had guys say things like, well, I just want you to move up in weight. Like, what part of the game is that? Like, I was like, man, I understand that, but like, we'll move up when we think we're ready. But you know why they want me to move up? Because first it was, he's got an amateur style. Then it was, there's no way he'll beat this guy. No, amateur style, can't take a punch. There's no way he'll beat this guy. And then somehow, some way, we kept winning. And then now, his style is born. And then when that thing worked, then it's like, well, he showed us against Dawson that he can do. Well, now it's nobody wants to see me fight. Nobody, I didn't like the color of his trunks. I didn't like the music. I mean, it's just starting to get ridiculous. But instead of me falling back as much as I have, I'm going to speak more because not for my sake. I'm not trying to defend myself because I'm secure in who I am. I really am. And boxing is what I do, it's not who I am. It's a part of my life, but it doesn't define me. But my fans and my supporters and my loved ones, they deserve to hear some pushback sometimes, and that's basically what this is.